College football news coming at you on another football Saturday, and we're going to look at the highlights of the Michigan Wolverines and the Fighting Jim Harbaughs and the Iowa Hawkeyes and what we learned. What we learned is the junior out of Marshall, Virginia, Blake Corum, is and should be and will be in the Heisman Trophy race very soon, if not now, as he has announced himself as maybe the best running back in college football. And when we look at his stats, you'll see why he has 10 touchdowns on the season now after today's phenomenal performance at Iowa, where the Fighting Wolverines and the Jim Harbaughs won at Iowa for the first time since, I believe, 2003. And many of good Michigan teams have been blown out by mediocre Iowa teams in the last 20 or so years. But like right here, Blake Corum, the highlights you're seeing right here, why he's probably going to be you're probably going to see him in New York for the Heisman ceremony, because he is putting up phenomenal numbers and numbers you don't see all the time. You can see Maryland. He lit Maryland up. He did it last year. He's doing it this year, and he's showing you he's the real deal. And you can see here today the story of the football game was the Iowa defense not doing a decent job, but here Jake Moody's been one of the best field goal kickers in the country since he's been at Michigan, and then you can see he kicks another field goal there to go up 13-0. This play in a big spot at Iowa, J.J. McCarthy's best play at Michigan, rolls out to the right and throws it over the top of a defender to probably the best wide receiving catching running back in the country, Donovan Edwards. And J.J. McCarthy played good, played solid, played winning quarterback football today by being mistake-free, but missed a couple of passes downfield again. Iowa, for a brief moment at home, had a chance in this football game, and a senior quarterback out of San Rafael, California, Spencer Petras, had a decent game today in the second half, and they were a play away on fourth down, about 5.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Were within a touchdown if they would have hit that to win the football game. And you can see Petras had a good throw here to a crossing route to what looks to be the running back, who dives close, but they get a penalty, which was the story of the football game. But then Petras makes a great throw and a great catch and a great move, poor tackling, and they get a nice touchdown there on third and very long. And then right here is that fourth down play. They come up short and had a offensive pass interference, and that was the football game there. But if they would have got that touchdown, Iowa was right there with 5.5 minutes to go and all of their timeouts left, I believe. They could have snuck another game out like they have so many times against the Michigan Wolverines, especially when they're undefeated at Iowa. But today, Michigan played good enough to win, played good enough to go into a place that's been a house of horrors for them, and played good enough to get out of there with a victory and stay undefeated and still defending their Big Ten championship and have something to build on as they get ready for their showdown in Columbus. Like, subscribe, and share to College Football Noon. Peace and love.